Hello, I'm Alice Russell and you're watching Toasted.
Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Alice Russell.
And you're here in Amsterdam right now. You played yesterday, of course, for promoting your new album, which is a great one, though. But let's start on the start of making that album, because you've been in this business already for a long time.
Yeah.
At least you did a lot of stuff. Yeah, you're too old. But how did it work out? Because you're one of the few soulish, to name it like that, guys that really does everything by herself.
Oh, by myself.
Oh, by yourself.
With a bit of help with TM Duke, of course, but you know, he helps me out. I don't know. I think Amy writes her own stuff as well, Winehouse and all that. But yeah, it seems to be coming out to the general public's notice a bit more, this style of music, through Winehouse and people like that, and Ronson doing that. But then hopefully that takes people back to the Dap Kings and Sharon Jones and people that have been also simmering under the surface.
Yeah, and what I think, but who am I? But what I think is that a lot of people firstly bring out records because this is a popular thing right now, and then afterwards you get the albums that are really musically based, and then afterwards people think of selling it.
Ah, maybe. Yeah.
You might be in the second part of it, though.
Maybe. I think people will always do what they want to do, but I think with popular culture, stuff like that, bits will always pop out, and then everyone will be like, "Oh wow, haven't thought about listening to that." And then, so it's all good, really. Everything helps everything else.
What I really think is great of your album is sound-wise is the fact that the bass is a real bass. I mean, come on, it's really heavy. It's got a heavy bass, and then it's really the sound is crisp and clear. The songs are not that easy to listen to the first time when you listen to it. So it's a really thought-of album, isn't it?
Yeah, and we just we went back old school and just recorded it all with everyone in the same room, and just limited ourselves to 3 takes each. Learnt the songs before we went in the studio, and then just went and did it. So it's like a performance. So we're trying to keep it as raw and honest as possible for the listener, really.
It's almost an Alice Russell live album.
Yeah, it is. I think because we wanted to capture what we do live a bit on the recording and give people that to have at home.
Because that's a great thing about you. I think that your live reputation is even faster growing than your record reputation, isn't it?
I suppose it makes more sense as well because it's a more intimate sort of interaction with people. So
it must be a lot harder to record an album like that.
I don't know, I think it's easier because it's so much more honest and open. I always find it a bit more easier to be like that about things and let it just flow out. So it's I think it's easier because otherwise where do you stop editing stuff? You know, when people put things together more like that and then layer and layer, which is also a great way of doing it. It's nice to just do it.
So it's pro tooling.
Yeah. It's nice just to go, here it is, we're going to do it old school, play now. You know, like the old Motown stuff, they used to just
play.
Yeah, they play and record the song, have a couple of run-throughs and just do it, and play it straight off.
But then still, you've got if you're done recording all those songs, you really, I mean, your feeling should be, okay, it's good enough now. It's got this feeling of playing it live, etc.
Yeah, I think I hope that's what people get from the album, basically.
But do you get it from it? Because you're the first one to listen to it, one of the first ones. But did you get it? Because I think it does have this feeling on the album. But how did you think about it? Because it's a funny way of listening to your own stuff.
It's a bit like that as well, because sometimes you can take out, if there's a note that you weren't as happy with and you really get critical of your performance, but this time it was more like, just let it go. And it was a bit like, oh, I could have done that, maybe different, but it was a good sort of letting go experience.
And you also had a great couple of musicians to rely on, I think. Because if it's really just recorded in 3 times, there is no one that just learned play his guitar for a few weeks ago.
I'm very lucky. It's we recorded it with a band that we've been together now 5 years, so, and TM Duke, so whipping everyone into shape. So
but is it if you record an album like that, does it take a little longer to write the songs together with the whole band, or do you write it alone then?
We basically all the songs were written just by me and TM Duke, and then we took it to the band and sort of just worked out the grooves and maybe the different sections, like, or should we repeat that bit there, and a few little bits like that. So we sort of write the songs and then take it to the band, and then we sort of play around with it a bit and then come back to the studio.
Now I'm start thinking about this way of recording, because is there a limitation then to rehearsing? Because if you rehearse for a month in a row, then it still is like a non-live recorded album.
We only had 2 days, so
That's a limitation.
That's a limitation. 2 days rehearsal. I mean, some of the tracks we'd already been playing out live, so we'd had to play around with them. But other ones, yeah, 2 days to learn it all and then get in the studio.
That's almost amazing.
Well, it's keeping it more fresh, I think. Like you're saying, like, and we recently recorded some other songs that we play out live because we didn't want them to get tired and then go back and record them, which is also, I mean, it's nice to play songs that you know really well, but it's also good to keep it fresh.
But it's not only keeping it fresh, it's almost keeping it scary to record stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good though. It's good for you. Just let it go.
And right now, because the music has also this laid back kind of stuff on it. Not all the songs. There are some really up tempo songs on it. But is it really giving away some of your character into the music, into the lyrics, etc., etc.?
Oh yeah, both me and TM Juki. And with a live performance, you just have to give it all, don't you? So you can't hold back.